cop fired for falsifying evidence led to wrongful conviction. Put up the cop. I'm taking you to Ohio. Officer Brooke Cano of the Whitehall Police Department has been fired after being accused of falsifying actual evidence, which in fact led to the conviction, wrongful arrest of an innocent woman in October. That's according to the chief, Mike Crispen. The cop's termination comes after the chief said an extensive investigation happened into the allegations of falsified evidence and documentation. Investigation began after the woman's arrest in the incident, and her mother filed a formal complaint. According to Chief Crispen, it was discovered that the officer falsely documented a confession in an official report that never happened, which resulted in the woman's arrest and felony charges. In the cop's report, she wrote that she and another officer were following up on a vehicle that fled from officers 2 different nights. The officers found the suspected vehicle at a residence and spoke with a woman who was inside the home. Officer Cano reports that the woman said her daughter had the vehicle on those nights. Following that officer's interview with the mother, she went to the daughter's work to question her. Officer Cano reported that her daughter admitted to fleeing from officers, but the body cam footage of the officer does not reflect it. Quote, "Our system of justice relies on the integrity of our police officers," said Chief Mike Crispen. Quote, "When the word of a police officer suspends the liberties of a citizen, the highest level of trust is broken." End quote. Crispen says this is not the first time the officer has been in trouble for serious misconduct. In a separate incident, Crispen said that the officer used excessive force against a pregnant woman during an arrest and referred to the woman's companion with a derogatory name. Additionally, Officer Cano did not provide medical attention to the companion following a use of force incident, which, quote, "demonstrated unprofessional behavior and a wanton disregard for her duty to render aid." Cano was suspended for 3 days prior to the investigation, which did result in termination. The chief went on to say, Chief Crispen went on to say, quote, "It's a violation of everything we stand for. I have zero tolerance for mistreatment of the community. I have zero tolerance for lying and integrity issues," end quote. The Fraternal Order of Police, which previously issued a unanimous vote of no confidence in Chief Crispen, is outraged by the termination. Keep up the chief. Keep him up. To the good people of Whitehall, you are lucky. You are blessed to have a chief like that. Anytime the Fraternal Order of Police is against your chief, you have a keeper. Brian Steele, president of the Fraternal Order of Police, Capital City Lodge number 9, said, quote, "These are frivolous charges. I've read the charges. They're saying lack of probable cause. I've been a cop, not only a cop, an inner city police officer for 20 years. She absolutely had probable cause to effect the arrest," end quote. But Brian, she lied. She falsified documentation, doubled down on it when questioned, had a history of use of force. You have a chief who actually enforces protocol and laws. This is what it looks like. He's not doing anything different. than what the rules say. You're saying, but she still could have did it anyway if she wanted to. But she lied on official documentation. The us and them mentality as it relates to cop and community was launched in this very same manner. Having someone that's adverse to community and then covering up for them in front of that same community. This chief is not doing so. So you don't like him. You vote no confidence. I'm sure he's heartbroken. In response to Steele, Chief Crispen said, quote, well, if you think what I just said was frivolous, then I guess I would ask them, do you think this was frivolous when you take someone's liberties from them? When they did not do what you said they did? Steele believes Cano was targeted for speaking out against the chief, but the chief said they have to do their job to protect the community from officers doing what they're not supposed to do. Quote, whether Cap City 9 likes it or not, we will make sure our officers do not mistreat the community, Crispen said. Crispen said they've passed Officer Cano's case to the city attorney's office to determine if criminal charges should be filed. He added that they did not have any plans to review all of Cano's cases at this point, but they might consider a more thorough review if some came forward with allegations. He's letting you know the move. Now, let me tell you why I don't think this chief is caping, as we would say on Glenwood, because he refers to the issue as an officer's issue. If you have seen previously chiefs that are still trying to be gatekeepers to an old guard system, will say something against a cop that's obviously corrupt. All right, just you got to throw the guy under the bus. And what will the chief say? This is one bad apple. We have good cops here. Let not this one person, et cetera, et cetera. This chief said, listen, I don't give a damn who you are. All officers have to do right by this community. That small contextualization, that little bit of a language dynamic lets you know he stands differently in his understanding of his job than many. All right, Sharon, thoughts here.
I invite Chief Crispen to the cookout.
Yeah.
Because he's a real one. And you know what's sad? In a normal, just a normal society where the standard is just a basic one, right? A threshold of integrity. What Chief Crispen said and is doing is not profound. But because of the world we live in today, where this okey-doke and bad apple nonsense is perpetuated, it is quite profound. I salute him, and there need to be more Chief Crispens around because he gives zero, you know what? He's going to do what he's supposed to do.